today I'm doing something I never thought I would do. It didn't even cross my mind until I I saw a video in my recommended. The creator's name is Beepworld. The thumbnail was like, I digitally cataloged my entire closet, and I think the thumbnail had like a spreadsheet of clothes, and I was like thinking that that's what she did, and I was kind of inspired. I was like, that would take forever, probably the rest of the year, or at least the rest of the summer. But I don't know, just something in my brain clicked like, oh, I need to do this. But after watching her video, she explained how she uses an app, and the app removes the background of the item and everything for you. It has a lot of different features that I'm excited to explore. I'm going to be digitally cataloging my own closet, and I'm really excited about this because I'm someone who, like, my favorite scrolling activity is shopping, or like just scrolling Depop, scrolling whatever, and buying things. Yeah, I Pinterest as well. I get outfit inspo from there, but Depop, I get a lot of outfit inspo from Depop and the way sellers market their items and how they style their models or themselves. It's where I find a lot of inspo. It just inspired me to think about what kind of outfits I'd be able to put together just by scrolling my own closets and finding new ways to put together things. Or sometimes when you just look at your closet and you see a bunch of things hanging, or you look in a drawer and you see a bunch of things folded, unless it's the things that are constantly in your rotation that they're comfortable, you get a lot of wear out of them, you kind of sometimes forget what you have. We all have lots of great clothes that we just need to see in a different light, or actually just be able to see it, and to be able to see it like in screen form, I think is going to really help me. So I'm really excited about the different ways that I'm gonna hopefully be able to create new outfits. I wanted to talk about what I am hoping to be able to do in the app. I'm hoping to be able to make notes, or even maybe separate in a category things that need to be tailored, being able to sort and view by color, and then scroll and save outfit planning, and then a wish list section. So after looking at everything in my closet and taking a step back, I'm excited to kind of see where there are gaps. Obviously none of these things are necessities, but just maybe things that if I had this one piece, these 20 pieces that I don't wear often, I could actually start to wear those more and create outfits that allow me to utilize more things in my closet by buying more. It sounds silly saying it out loud, but I think if you're on the same page as me, like, you kind of understand what I'm saying. And then being able to make packing lists, but it would be nice to have a feature where, if I'm just bored, and instead of scrolling for new clothes, I can start planning out like, oh, I'm going here. I need to bring a carry-on only. What are some outfit ideas that I can put together? Because it would be cool to be able to input like dates of when I purchased something. So obviously I'm not going to go back and backdate everything that I have. Once everything is done, and then you start adding new things, like being able to categorize it or catalog it into your closet and think about like, ooh, this is the new kid on the block, the shiny new toy, like what are we gonna do with it? It kind of like forces you to think about planning how to wear it, instead of just, ooh, I like that so much, I can picture this outfit, and then it gets here, I put it in my closet, and I kind of forget about it. So I'm hoping to change that. And then price. I'm also like, do I really want to see what I've spent? But maybe that would be helpful. And then number of wears, that's pretty cool if it's a feature. Maybe some people would really utilize that. But I'm not necessarily going to get rid of something in my closet that I don't wear often, because there's just always an occasion. You just never know. It just hasn't come yet. All right, so this is current me. I actually filmed that intro almost exactly a year ago. So now that I've had about a year of experience, and my process has developed a little bit more, in creating outfits and cataloging, I wanted to give my thoughts on everything that I've learned so far. So where to start? Actually, cataloging, well, back cataloging in my case, wasn't too bad. I did my one pieces first, dresses, jumpsuits, things like that. And then I did my tops, and then I did my bottoms. So I already organized things in my closet by type. So I just pulled them out of the closet, put them on the bed, took one thing off the hanger, did a lay flat, took the photo, cataloged it, and then so on and so forth. So my tube tops, tank tops, t-shirts, polos, long sleeves, sweaters, etc. are all separated in my closet already. So that was pretty easy. And I did the same process with bottoms. I did shorts, then skirts, then bottoms, then jeans. I did those all in groups, and I would start with whatever I had the least amount of. So with the bottoms, I think I had the least amount of shorts, so I did the shorts first. That way it kind of seems like you're moving along and you're making progress. After clothes, I did shoes, and then I did non-jewelry accessories, so hats, scarves, sunglasses, socks, gloves, anything like that. And then I did swimsuits, and then I did the cover-ups for those swimsuits. And the last thing that I did when back cataloging was jewelry. And I still don't have every little tiny piece of jewelry cataloged. I don't think I'll ever do like all my fine jewelry, like every little stud, every little hoop. And also with jewelry, I kind of wear kind of the same thing throughout a season. So just for me, that's not a priority. But as new statement bracelets and necklaces and earrings and rings come in, as I acquire those, then I'll most likely catalog them. Anything new that I get now that I've had the app is going to be cataloged. Right, so with taking photos, you want to find just one location in your room, whether it's on your bed, some area on your floor, or if it's in your living room where you get better light, then you want to choose that area, but kind of just stick with the same area when possible. So you want to find an area that shows the true color and lighting via your iPhone. So, and you could take like a fancy camera, snap all your pictures, and then upload into INDYX from your camera roll, or you can do what I did, which is kind of doing it in real time, like taking the photo and then cataloging it into the app as you go. That's what I did. But just make sure that it's showing the true color so that when you're looking at it, if it's a dark gray, you know that it's gray instead of thinking that it's black or navy blue or whatnot. If something is hard to capture, you can take the photo and then edit the saturation to your liking, whatever is going to register in your brain as you being able to know that that's that item and this is the color it is. You can do that and then upload it into INDYX. One thing I learned, not the hard way, but I just tried it the first time and it didn't work. I tried to not take the clothing off of the hanger and then see if INDYX would remove the hanger. It does not. It only removes the background, but it does it really well. I've never had to retake a photo because the background wasn't properly removed. Just make sure that when you're taking the photo, you're not seeing like the sleeve cut off at the wrist, or the bottoms is not showing the full entire hem. It's pretty straightforward. And if you take a photo of an item and later decide that you want to get a better photo, then you can go to that item and then click on the photo and then exchange it for a new photo. But one problem with this is that when you do update the photo for the item, there is a lag in the app showing the updated photo in the outfits that you've already made with the old photo for that item. So for example, this is one thing I kind of wish, not a big deal, but if you had a really terrible photo initially, then it could kind of give you some hiccups. But once you click into the actual item to see the item, or the outfit to see the outfit details, it will show the updated photo. I didn't worry about making sure everything was wrinkle-free and picture perfect when doing my layouts. I just wanted to make sure that the photo accurately depicts the item. So I've seen some where it looks really professional and maybe they're taking them from the website if the item is still currently being sold, but a lot of my things are secondhand, so I have to kind of do them myself. Like I mentioned, you can screenshot the lay flat photos of the item if your item is still being sold from its website, but it has to be a photo without a model in it. On a lot of sites, every photo has a model, so it might just be best to just take the photo yourself. For pants, dresses, jumpsuits, anything that is long, you want to use the 0.5 zoom on your phone. This will help to capture the entire item. And then once the photo is captured, when you are making outfits, you can resize each individual item in the outfit to kind of fit in the layout best. For accessories, you have to get creative a bit. So for example, I photo my belts in a circle. I just wrap them tightly, have the buckle in the front showing it, and then snap the photo as quick as I can before the belt unravels. Clear glasses like these are kind of hard to photograph, and they also don't have a category for glasses. They only have sunglasses. Clear glasses are hard to photograph the lens properly, so the background will remove, you know, whatever is behind the lens, and it just kind of looks funky, but you can still see the outline of the glasses, so you know what the item looks like. And for scarves, a tip, you can photograph the scarf, lay it out in a way that you would normally wear that scarf. So maybe a skinny scarf, you would just have it tied, once with, the two arms hanging down, but maybe like a thicker scarf that you would wear in the winter, you would have it wrapped like you would if you were wearing like a big winter coat. One problem in general is it would be nice if you could catalog or capture different views of an item. For example, if you have a dress that has something interesting going on in the back, or it's backless, it would be nice to be able to have like a front and back view of the item, or maybe even more than that. Another wish, they have space for outfit notes, but the notes aren't visible in these scroll views. When you're looking at your outfits, you're not seeing the notes on the outfit. You would have to actually go in, click on the outfit, and then click on the notes section to see the notes. That's a lot of steps. It'd be nice if you could view the notes by tapping on an outfit from the main outfit section, and then it just, overlays onto the outfit layout. You can name the outfits and see the name of the outfit in the main outfit section without clicking anything. That's what that blank little box is underneath each outfit. Is for an outfit name, but I don't find that to be too useful. I don't think of my outfits as names or like by their name. I don't name my outfits. So I'd rather see my notes on how to style or wear something within the outfit. So for example, if I wanted to wear the jeans in an outfit rolled, it'd be nice to easily see that in the notes. Like maybe these particular jeans, when I photograph them, I just photograph them normally, but in a particular outfit, maybe I want to roll the jeans and I might forget that. I could put it in the notes, but if I'm just like looking at the outfit, before I, start to put on an outfit, unless I click on the notes section of each one, I don't know that I made a note, and I don't often make notes on my outfit, so I think that would be more useful. But now when I get a new item, it's a lot more streamlined of a process. I will input all of the product information, the price, if it's secondhand or not, where I purchased it, the date I purchased it, how much I paid for it, and any notes on the item, like does it need to be tailored? I don't know, anything else you can think of, or like maybe a note on how it fits. So then after the new item is in, when I have a bit of free time, I'll go through the same process for as far as creating outfits. Like for new tops, I'll go and create outfits for each bottom I think goes with the top, and same, vice versa for bottoms. I will create outfits for each top that goes with the bottom if it's a new bottom coming into my closet. Another cool feature that I like about this app is it has a wish list option. So you can take an item that you're thinking about acquiring, add it to your wish list, create outfits with the item using things that are already in your catalog or other wish list items. And before you add the item to your wardrobe, while it's still a wish list item, any items currently in your wardrobe that you paired with your wish list item, like in an outfit, will show the outfit using the wish list item in their outfit section. So here's an example of that. So that's useful to kind of gauge, like if you don't want to buy something unless you can get a lot of quantity out of wears and pairings with what you already have. This could be helpful for you, in making your decision as to whether or not to purchase it. If you do decide to buy the item, then you can mark the item as bought once you change the status of the item to bought, INDYX will ask you if you want to add the item to your wardrobe. You hit yes, and then it will take it out of your wish list, put it into your regular closet items, and you can still view any outfits that you made with the item while it was in your wish list. Creating outfits. I have currently made 1,973 outfits. This has taken me, like I said, about a year. I started this in May of 2024. Obviously, this is the main highlight of the app for me. I've unlocked so many combinations that I wouldn't normally think of. So my process, I started by choosing one top. I would create an outfit with this top, then choose bottoms, and I would choose the bottoms by literally going down my entire inventory of bottoms and match that one top with all of the bottoms that I think would look good in that top. So I would create the entire outfit at once. So first top, and with X bottoms, X shoes, and X bag. I just did that for my entire inventory. So top A with, you know, every single combination I could think of, top, bottom, or yeah, with bottoms, bag, and shoes. And then the top B, same thing, go through all of my bottoms. And because when I cataloged my items, I did it by section, like all of the shorts. Like if you view all of my items, all of the strappy shirts are together, all of the shorts are together, all of the skirts are together. So it kind of makes it easy to, you know, take a top or whatever item in your closet and then just go down the line of every section of clothing items that go with that item. A note on tags. So once I would create the outfit, something I did retroactively, kind of like at the early stages of me creating outfits, but once I got into a flow of it, I did it concurrently. But so I suggest for you that you do this immediately, and it's still, you're gonna have some trial and error on how you want to categorize your tags and what's useful for you. You can create as many tags as you want, I think. And I like this because it comes in handy when sorting through your outfits. Here are the tags that I have created for my closet. You can obviously decide what works best for you, but to utilize your tags, go to outfits, then click the filter option. So let's say it's spring and I want to view outfits that have the tags mommy and me, long sleeve, and shorts. So here is how everything comes up, and you can, you know, pick out what you want to wear for the day using that. You can also utilize tags inside your collections, which I'll talk about later. You just go inside the desired collection, click the filter option, and then select your tags. So I basically went through my entire catalog by top and created outfits that way. I still have a few more items that got lost in the shuffle somehow, but to finish back cataloging those, I just go to tops and then I go to type of top and make sure I have outfits created for each top until I feel like I've exhausted every outfit combination. Okay, and about the outfits, I know I mentioned I have almost 2,000 outfit combinations in my app. I want to make a disclaimer that I have not tried all of these outfits on. I use this app as a passive way to get creative juices flowing, so I don't create an outfit, try it on, and then move on to the next. I create the outfit by determining if I think it will go well together, save it, tag it, and on to the next. Eventually, I'll create collections of the outfits that I've made and then start trying things on and editing / deleting what isn't actually working like in real life, like on the body. So I think of it as exercising a muscle. When you have so much inventory, I think it's best to just throw everything at the wall so you can see what sticks, and then fine-tune, you know, best self personal style later after you actually put the outfits on your body. This year I'm focusing on crafting my own personal style, so I'll be trying on all of these outfits and then eliminating anything that doesn't fit that mold. It's taken me the last few years to really hone in on how I want to dress, so I'll be making a series of me doing this via the INDYX app, so stick around for that if that's something you're interested in. I'm going to talk about collections. This is one feature that I'm still thinking of how to best utilize. You can title and categorize your collection and wish list section however you'd like. What I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to end up going with something like collections by season, even though I use seasons in my tags, but I think I'll do like collections by season, like casual insert season, dressy insert season, going out insert season. So like casual spring, dressy spring, going out spring, and then capsule collections by year and season, so that you really, you know, start to try to use as many items in your wardrobe as possible. And then you kind of have like set items to work with for that season, and you can think of different combinations with those capsule items. So I'm just going to try different things. You could do like X country I'd like to visit one day and the season. So like Japan, spring, like been to Japan in like colder months. So maybe now I would start just exercising that muscle of what would I wear in Japan if I were to go in the spring. You could do like a date night collection, girls night collection, like play date collection. I'm still working this out, and as I'm doing my INDYX series, I'm sure you guys will kind of see my process for doing that. Packing. This is my second favorite aspect of the app. I am a carry-on only girl, and I absolutely love the mental challenge of getting your stuff into carry-on items only and personal items just in general, even before I had this app. But this has really helped me to pack a lot better. In your packing list, in your packing collection, you can add outfits that you've already created just with a simple click, or you can go into the packing list and then create outfits from scratch. So here's the difference in what that looks like. The outfits you create in the packing section from scratch will transfer over to your main outfit section of each item used in the packing list outfit. So let's say you have a winter coat and you didn't necessarily go through and make outfits for that winter coat, like when you were making your main outfit collection, but when you go in the packing list and you make like 3 outfits with that one winter coat, now when you go into that item in your main catalog, when you click on outfits, those outfits from the packing collection will be there. This is actually where naming outfits can come in handy way more than the regular outfit section, in my opinion. So you can name your outfit by the activity you plan to wear it for during your trip. For example, a Thailand trip could have a temple outfit, a beach outfit, a boat outfit, a dinner outfit, etc. Bachelorette party could have a brunch outfit, a going out outfit, day party, etc. You can actually, like in your packing list, that little box underneath the outfit will show the name. So it would say like, you know, oh, so-and-so's birthday dinner or whatnot. So I think that that's helpful, so you can like know each day what you're wearing, and maybe that affects, you know, how you pack your suitcase. So once you've decided on your outfits and cut/edited any as needed. So I do that too. Like, let's say you have your 10 outfits for your trip, and then you go back and look at your outfits and you're like, oh, actually, maybe instead of these 2 tops, maybe I switch it out for 1 top that I can wear with both outfits. Like if you're trying to maximize, you know, your space in your suitcase or whatnot. So once you have made the outfits, you can go in and edit them, you know, as you see fit. You can delete them. Once that's done, you can view them by outfit, and you can view your itemized packing list. This is helpful for when you're actually like putting the items away in your bags. You can see all of the tops and pull those out of your closet, all of your bottoms, and then lay it out and know, you know, what the best way is to configure it inside your suitcase. So I think that that's really cool. And it's also helpful to make sure you don't forget things. And So some miscellaneous things I want to talk about. I didn't go too much into depth of the different sections when you are adding an item, so I won't go over that now. They have a cost per wear section, a product info, and then tags. So in the cost per wear, it will show you how many times you've worn an item, and then all the things that I mentioned earlier, the price, the date, where you purchased it, if it's secondhand or not. And then you can also mark it when you sell it, which I guess for cost per wear, maybe you can view something like on an annual basis, but if I'm selling something, I'm just gonna delete it most likely out of my catalog. And then in the product info, you can put in the brand, you can put in the name. So I guess, let's say the brand is Kimchi Blue, and the name is called, I don't know, the Eloise sweater. I guess you could put that. Or maybe you have your own personal name for the item. I haven't used this portion of the product info personally, but the required things are the brand, the the category, and then the subcategory and the size. You can also add the color. You can add the material if you want. If you are trying to maybe make your closet composed of more organic materials, then that could be something that you could do. But I don't, honestly, I really just go to the cost per wear section and fill that out, save it, call it a day. One cool thing, like I mentioned about tags before, is in the single item section, when you're editing tags, they also have seasons as their tags, and then they have visibility, which I don't use favorites or anything like that, at least as of now. Oh, you can also put the location of the item. So is the item like in the attic? It's a winter item, stuff like that. And then down here is cool because I think that this section, the custom hashtag section, I think this would also pop up where I showed you the tags when you're tagging your outfits. So it says enter any custom hashtag, and then they're searchable in your wardrobe, which that's what those tags that I showed you before are. So that's cool if you want to add your tags that way instead of adding it in the outfit creation section. And then in regards to the cost per wear, another cool thing that you can do is you can add outfits that you've created to your calendar. So that's the only way you're going to know how much wear you're getting out of an item, is if you actually add it to the calendar and the specific date yourself. You can add it to a calendar, and then I do it as I go. So I get up in the morning, but I want to change this. I get up in the morning, I think about what I want to wear, scroll through however I want, go by tag, or I go by item of what I want to wear. Eventually I want to do this in advance and have things from my collection already plugged into my calendar. So I can just go to the calendar, click on the day, this is what you're wearing today, just to save myself time. But you can, if you're searching through outfits, then you click on the outfit, click on these three little dots here, and then hit add to calendar. You can also, so whether or not you're doing it in advance, or if you want to look back on outfits that you've worn throughout the month, you click on the calendar icon and it'll show you all of the outfits that you cataloged. So make sure to do that. That's a fun aspect that eventually, like I said, I want to just have it already be done for me. In the fall, I'll start thinking of my spring outfits and then just start plugging them in. Obviously, depending on weather, as things change, you can swap out whatever, but I think that's so fun. And these are all free aspects of the app. Everything that I've talked about currently are things that you can do absolutely free without signing up and putting your credit card info in. And yeah, I'll just talk about, just for your guys' sake and information, of what else is in the app, on places that I don't really explore too much. So they have a style quiz, which I did do. I didn't do it until like a few months ago though. So it had me like choose different things, and not everything was necessarily something I would wear, but I just chose whatever is close as possible. And you can kind of like gauge where they're trying to lead you with this. But yeah, I don't know. I still, like I said, I'm honing in on my personal style, and I know there's videos of how you can summarize your personal style in 3 words, and I don't know if that exercise is for me. But anyway, here is what they... Oh, okay, my leading style is relaxed, which is true. I do like to be comfortable. My supporting style is edgy. I would agree with that. I like to, have a little edge. Now, are these outfits that I would personally wear? No. And then my complementary style is maximalist, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess sometimes. But anyway, that could be a fun exercise for you. And then they have a style workshop, which is also free. So it looks like it just has like little tasks for you to do. Maybe I'll check that out at some point and, show you guys the journey with that. Insider item. Okay, so learn about our features and why we built them. Okay, and then these are all different YouTube videos. Yeah. Outfit, how to use hashtags, how to assign an outfit. Okay, so maybe there's some resources in here I should use. They have a referral program. Just more about their mission and all of that. They also have a Connect, which I don't use at all, but you can, I guess, follow people and view their closets. So like her layouts are really tight and laid flat, so maybe yours would look more like hers. I don't know. Mine are just kind of haphazard sometimes. Like I don't feel like mine look this polished, but that's some good inspiration for you. Those are the outfits and these are the items. And she has the brand showing here, which I don't know how she did that, because anyway, this in section is where your items are. And then style, these are where you can book styling services. Don't know if that's something I would do. And then booking, I'm not sure what this is. Active feed. Okay, this is something that's paid as well. Resources. Okay, style words, which is something that I mentioned earlier. You can try that. So that's cool. Style preferences. If you are going to work with the stylist, I'm sure they would have you fill this part out. One thing I did want to talk about. Oh, that's cool. So here they have wardrobe analytics, your wardrobe composition usage. Okay, this is a paid thing. Membership, open closet. Okay, mine's closed. Your tags and locations, currency, just your general app stuff. One thing I did want to talk about is the paid options. So in order to like mark your inspiration, they do require a paid. It's $5 a month annual membership, billed annually at $60. But I assume this is like where you would put in your Pinterest inspiration, wherever you're pulling your outfit inspiration photo. I guess it adds it to whatever outfit or item that you've created. One kind of workaround, if you are not sure if that's something that would work for you, is to take a screenshot, like Pinterest and a Pinterest outfit, for example. Take a screenshot and then you can add it as an item. So you would kind of have to fudge and flub the different required categories. So for example, like let's say this outfit was inspired by this Pinterest outfit, and then you could kind of put that inspiration photo into the outfit layout as an item. So if that's something that's helpful for you, but you're not sure if you want to do the paid version, maybe you could do something like that. So that's kind of all I wanted to touch on for this video. I hope it was helpful. I recommend this app so very much, and I can't wait to see about this time next year how I'm utilizing the app, have my collections kind of sorted, and then just have my personal style even more fine-tuned. And I honestly couldn't do that without this app. So if you are, I know there's other outfit apps that have been on the market for a while wearing some other one. Polyvore, I think, is one. This is one of the newer kids on the block, and this was the first one I actually saw a YouTube video for. So yeah, I'm obviously not going to go and get another one and recatalog my whole entire closet somewhere else. So I'm just going to stick with INDYX, and I'm going to, like I said, be doing a series on fine-tuning my personal style and how I'm using this app to help me do that. So if you are interested in that, please stick around. I know a lot of you might be here recently from my home diaries series. So if you're into home decor and renovations and redecorating or gardening, things like that, you also might want to stick around and subscribe. So thank you so much for taking the time, and download this app if you have, even just as a scrolling pastime. Like, I think it's a better use of your time than a lot of things you could be doing on your phone. So I highly recommend it. There will be a link in the description of the app in the App Store. So thank you again for watching, and hopefully we see you around again. All right, have a good one.